According to StompOutBullying.com, as many as 160,000 students stay home on any given day because they are afraid of being bullied. But staying home isn't always a safe bet because, get this, about 42% of kids are bullied while online. This morning, we are joined by Michelle Tingler and Debbie Devine from Opinionated Mama to talk about this serious issue and what parents can do about it. Good morning, ladies.
Hi, nice
Welcome
to see you
back.
again.
I'm really glad we're talking about this because it's amazing to hear about this more and more every day. And I have two little girls and I'm always concerned. Now, you ladies have a blogged title called Once a Bully, Always a Bully. What brought on this topic? Michelle?
Well, little bullies turn into big bullies. And as adults, we see bullies in our life every day too, in the media and in our workplace. And that starts at a very young age. And bullies just grow and become more bold over time. And so we as parents and mothers need to nip it in the bud early.
Debbie?
Yeah, so it's kind of a tough pill to swallow, but we actually did a poll on our site, and 95% of our moms say that when they were children, they were either bullied or witnessed bullying or
Really?
were bullies themselves. So it's in the forefront of everyone's minds. It didn't just, spring up overnight. So, because we're so aware of it and we realize that it does start in the home and we have a little control over it, that we have to take responsibility for it and try and change the behavior.
Now, I got to tell you, when I look back in my childhood, I'd never experienced being bullied. However, I remember coming home and saying, Mommy, she's being mean. And there is a difference between a bully and a meanie. Am I right? Let's start with you.
They're
Michelle.
both bad behaviors.
Absolutely.
And we don't make excuses for either one. However, there's a difference. Meanies are just rude. And bullies are dangerous. And we have to know the difference, and we have to teach our kids the difference, because it's also important to teach our kids to be resilient. Everyone is not always, hearts and flowers in the real world.
You got to get thick skin.
You do.
right.
You do. Absolutely. And we have to give our kids those tools so that they can, not let all of those issues affect their lives day to day. But they need to know the difference, and we as moms need to realize that there is a difference, and we need to intervene when bullies are involved.
Debbie?
That's right. A bully really goes out of their way to persecute and find you and make you a target over and over and over again. Whereas a meanie, it's more of a passive thing. If you happen to get into the path of a meanie, they might say, oh, you got to grow sit on your face or something like that. But it's more of sort of a passive thing. And bullying is, it's a much more insidious and hurtful behavior.
The key is bullies target victims. And bullies are relentless, and bullies have no boundaries. They invade your personal space wherever it is. There is no privacy. Bullies don't understand that. And bullies have to be stopped, because if you don't stand up to a bully, again, they just get bigger and more emboldened, because bullying is about power and it's about being insecure, and you need to suppress someone so that you feel better about yourself. And if you aren't a victim, then the bully has no power. So we have to take away that power, and that's what moms need to do.
Now, when it comes to cyberbullying, what can parents do to protect their children, Michelle? Because it seems it gets tough.
Yes, well, we have to create this safe zone, because our homes are not safe. It used to be in the olden days, back when we had the bullies of yesteryear, that they were stopped at the front door. But now they come in and they invade our children's lives, and we have to create that safety zone where we have to lock it down. Technology needs to be turned in at the door. Literally. We're not kidding.
We got to police it here.
Yeah.
No, it's physically not even just policing it. It's when your kids walk through the door of their house, you go, cell phone in my hand, it goes in a public place, like on the kitchen sink. And same with their computers. Computer, anywhere you have internet access needs to be in a public place in your house, so that your kids always will say, well, you just don't want me communicating out. No, what it is you don't want people coming in. If you were a mother and someone came and knocked on your door and said, Mrs. Tingler, I'm little Bobby's bully, and I want to come inside little Bobby's room and bully him all night long while he's doing his homework, you'd be like, you're not coming in.
No, you're staying out there.
Yeah,
and we sound like meanies, but we're really not. We're protecting
But
our children.
mommies are supposed to be
That's
meanies,
right.
I have to be
And
honest.
we need to say no, and it's not, technology is not all about fun and games. Technology is serious. Yeah.
Equally important, how do you as a parent and this would devastate me, prevent your child from being the bully? Let's turn the reverse now.
Well, this again is the hard pill to swallow. I mean, you know, if you feel, or if your child is being accused of being a bully, you have to really step back, because bullies are made, not born.
True.
So that's when you have that aha parent moment, and you kind of have to put your big girl panties on and go, okay, this might be a serious accusation, and I got to suss this out, and I have to figure out how I can, you know, take responsibility for this situation and really help my child through it. And we got to fix it.
Because
I mean,
if you
it's not going to
don't-
go away.
If you don't, then you become part of the problem.
Absolutely.
And you're allowing it to become pervasive. And we have to nip it in the bud. It's about correcting behavior all the time. And when your child is using bad behavior, either verbally or physically, it's about correcting it in that moment.
Immediately.
And being consistent about it.
Yeah,
You know?
and, you know, teaching them to have empathy. I mean, that's the #1 bully fighter. If you can teach your child to, you know, walk a mile in another person's shoes, put themselves in someone else's position, you know, all of those little things, and just modeling those good behaviors. I mean, it has to start at home, and you just have to walk the walk all the time and model that behavior.
And we're not perfect, so we're going to screw up.
Wait, we're not?
We're not.
I thought I was
but
perfect.
the thing is, as mothers, when you make a mistake, modeling good behavior is also saying, oopsie, I didn't do that right. The way that I should have behaved was, and you teach them through mistakes too. Sometimes you learn the most.
Thank you, ladies, very much. Great information. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And if you'd like more information on bullying, be sure to log on to thebalancingact.com. And for more information on Debbie and Michelle with Opinionated Mama, be sure to check out the website o-mama.com.